Thank you so much. I'm so inspired to be here and inspired to see all of way too much of myself up there. But it certainly has given me a journey through time that seems to have gone very quickly. And I want to thank Gregory Von Hausch and Bonnie and Soleil for being so committed to film, so committed to filmmakers, so committed to communicating the best of what film brings to all of us as a community, as a society, as human beings. And to Gregory and the folks at the Fort Lauderdale Film Festival, I'm truly in their debt. I think Fort Lauderdale was one of the first festivals I went to where I had the opportunity not only to show my film Gospel Hill for what was to be one of the very first times and to get an audience reaction to that film, but also I was able to see many, many movies back to back as I did today and realize and have a renewal of understanding of how important the arts are to our humanity, to us being able to sit in a room on one afternoon and travel the world and really have the opportunity to be exposed to many different cultures that we didn't know about, many different religions, many different ways that people communicate to each other, not only culturally but also in gender. And it is a wonderful thing that film does for us in that it renews and reestablishes our awareness, not only of who we are, but of who we aren't and who we may want to become. So to be here in the Bahamas is extra special because it's an extension of the world that is so well defined in entertainment and in film to a community that is just up and coming and looks to be able to have this film industry and film culture extended to them. And so my mother used to tell me that desire is everything. And that desire for me to perform and for me to be on screen and on stage in the performing arts has created an atmosphere in my life where I look at this and this has gone very quickly. I've never worked a day in my life, really. I'm pressed to go back to work and be there Monday morning at 6 a.m. and I'm so in debt to Robin and Greg and Terrence and all the folks who are going to get me back to the States so I can go to work. But when I go to work, it's never work. We call it that. I can't call it that. Just as I can't say that these last 3 days and this hurricane have been a tragedy or a misery. So I guess one man's misery is another man's joy. As I said earlier to Donna, I said I absolutely love this weather, and I think it's inspiring to have things stirred up. And so I am really in gratitude to be here and to have seen so many wonderful films and to be inspired. It seems kind of crazy that I'm going to get a Career Achievement Award when I have already received the gift of inspiration. And that is truly my gratitude, and I'm in deep gratitude and thanks to all of you for coming out in not only in this really great weather, because that's how I see it, but also leaving some of your families at home or bringing them along or being told that you shouldn't go out and you should batten down the hatches. But that's faith and that's trust that you will be inspired and you will be taken on a journey throughout the world. Gregory's taste is impeccable. The films that were shown truly have inspired me and are still running around in my head. So we're able to be together as human beings and to laugh and to cry and to really be educated by a documentary, whereas Greg said he's from South Florida and didn't know all of these African Americans were so influential in that particular area in which he lives. Well, we can learn a lot about the Bahamas as well by fostering and raising up and educating young Bahamian filmmakers. And I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to see more Bahamian films. I hope next time that when I come I can see that and may be able to also participate in some workshops that would help them to understand what it's like to make film on a grassroots level. I just want to say a special thanks to my daughter, Sir Lucia, who I promised a very sunny vacation to. And for her lifting me up and being here and not complaining one bit. And for giving me a ride home on a bicycle today after my bicycle broke down. She let me ride her home on hers because we were a few miles out. Okay, so film has the ability to uplift and change people's lives. And it also has the ability to change your community. It has the ability to be a floating factory that brings in financing dollars and bring in dollars to the cleaners, the dry cleaners, the people who have hotels. And a big thank you goes out to our hotelier extraordinaire, Magnus, who has worked so hard to keep us happy. And I think most people have walked in every day with a smile. But it brings into all of these, not only makes a cultural difference, it makes an economic difference to the community. And so, therefore, it's important to know and to help folks understand that, and I know we're going to lose Donna soon to Fort Lauderdale, but she will be working as a liaison for the Bahamas to bring in film and to bring in industry, which is a whole other industry that can culturally lift everyone up, educate, and truly have us be connected. And I believe that, you know, what I saw today in the films I saw, I missed a few films and came in late to another, and I hope, Greg, you'll give me a copy of that. But what I understand more and more about what comes out of us, how we are renewed, how we are inspired, how we're revived, is our stories. No matter what your story is, it's important that you tell that story and be original in your thinking and be completely clear about the story you want to tell, because it takes us on a journey like no other. And film has the ability to do this, to connect people. Our world is becoming much smaller due to all of our electronic devices that we might be constantly on, and sometimes they're constantly not. But film has the ability to bring us into a journey. It's a storybook way of telling a story that is completely original and can be completely your own. And when you're able to come to a venue like this and be exposed to films from around the world by British filmmakers who make films in Cuba, by American filmmakers, African Americans who make films in Florida, by Bahamian filmmakers who make films about their country, then you get a chance to really experience something different. And after which, you can get a sense of how to take those films out and market them and have them become an economic force for your country. And that's a whole other piece of it, which many filmmakers in the room who are new and some who are old have come to master. You can laugh, you can cry. Artists' film is so absolutely outrageously funny and incredible, but you can see the influence that comes from those before. So I'm here just to say thank you. Thank you for not only honoring me, because I feel like I'm just beginning. And I would hope that many of the young filmmakers in the back of the room and the more seasoned filmmakers and all of you as human beings would feel and come to understand that if you are able to have a commitment and love and desire for what you do, that is all you need. Whether or not you're Van Gogh who never sells a painting, or whether you're Steven Spielberg who has really successful movies, the idea is that when you link up the love for what you do, you are connecting not only yourself to your craft, but you're connecting others to you and to your craft. And there's nothing greater that comes out of our world than this four-letter word called love. L-O-V-E.
Yes, sir.
And that begins with how you love and respect yourself, and how your love and commitment guides you through your life to connect with other people, and how your love and commitment constantly reaffirms who you are, which connects to who we are as human beings to the world. So I just have to say thank you, because I'm in deep gratitude for a career that has spanned 45 years this year, and I feel like I'm just beginning. Thank you so much.